Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the Montevideo High School Jazz Choir.
Walked with no one and talked with no one, and I had nothing but shadows. Then one morning you passed, and I brightened at last. Now I greet the day and complete the day with the sun in my heart. All my worries flew away when you taught me how to say, grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worries on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Can't you hear a little clip-a-pat? And a happy, happy tune is your step. Life can be so sweet, so sweet. Here on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade. I'm not afraid. This rover crossed over. If I never have a half a cent, I'll be rich as Rockefeller. Gold dust at my feet, here on the sunny side, here on the sunny side. Here on the sunny side of the street, I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade. This rover has crossed over. If I never have a cent, I'll be rich as Rockefeller. Gold dust at my feet, here on the sunny side, here on the sunny side, the sunny side of the street, the sunny side of the street. I waited till I saw the sun. Don't know why I didn't come. I left you by the house of fun. I don't know why I didn't come. don't know why I didn't come. I feel as empty as a drum. Don't know why I didn't come. I don't know why I didn't come. Don't know why I didn't come. In the old jalop and head for the malted shop, and all the cats join in. Down goes the last two bits, comes up one banana split, and all the cats join in. Drop your jack in the old jukebox, play your favorite disc. When you dance with the bobby socks, you dance at your own risk. Rip, everybody swing and swing till the rafters ring, and all the cats join in. How those cats are swinging, Rip, hear those rafters ringing, all the cats join in. Hey, how those cats are swinging, Rip, hear those rafters ringing, all the cats join in. Drop your jack in the old jukebox, play your favorite disc. When you dance with the bobby socks, you dance at your own risk. Rip, everybody swing and swing till the rafters ring, and all the cats, all the cats, all the cats, yeah, all the cats join in. All the cats join in.
We're going to need just a minute to regroup, so talk amongst yourself, get to know the person beside you maybe a little bit better, find out some small trivia about them. We'll be right back in a minute. is silk. Well, welcome. I know you've all been anticipating this since last year. This is the Thunderhawks end game. Only it's slightly longer. Just kidding. The Last in the Low Country is a song that we're going to hear first from one of our senior soloists. But before I should probably preface that by saying that it's been our tradition for quite a number of years to feature seniors, outstanding seniors who have received superior ratings at Solo Ensemble Festival. This year we have 4 of them that we're going to feature this evening. And our first one is Alyssa Radetsky, and she'll be singing The Last in the Low Country, which is sort of a folk song. John Jacob Niles liked to write folk songs, or at least arrange folk songs. And this one is sort of a message from the singer's point of view, or from the storyteller's point of view, that she's telling an audience about how trying to love above one's social status can really be heartbreaking sometimes. And so you better learn the lesson that I'm teaching you. Probably something maybe delivered to younger people as they're exploring love in their lives. So, without further ado, present Alyssa Radetsky. I should also mention that Alyssa tried really hard to try to keep going in choir this year. there's been a lot of conflicts with schedules this year, and bless her heart, she did first half of the year in varsity choir, and helped out there, and then for the second half of the year, she's been doing an independent study as best she could fit it in, and so we're just so happy that she decided to keep singing for us. Our next singer is Miss Eva Wollner, and she'll be singing the piece "If There Were Dreams to Sell," a song in which the singer reflects on the beauty of life and the need to not focus on the sad moments that one finds in life. So, Eva Wollner. I think Eva wins most flexible choir student of the year because, you probably didn't notice, but in jazz choir she's singing tenor. And first half of the year she sang alto in concert choir. And because I needed a soprano, I said, Eva, help us out in soprano. So she's been singing soprano for the last half of the year. So she wins Flexibility of the Year award. If there were that word. I don't know, there's not that word. But. Our next singer is Seth Olson. He'll be singing the piece The Vagabond, which is by Ralph Vaughan Williams, and a Robert Louis Stevenson text. There's a poetry cycle that Stevenson wrote, and there was a song set that was based on those poems. And all of those poems tell of a journey of a young man who decides to leave his home and job, and he tries living life on the open road. At the end of the cycle, he misses home and misses family, and he decides to return. But this is part of the cycle where he's resolved to bear out the open road. And so, Seth Olson, The Vagabond.
To
final senior soloist tonight is Miss Laura Van Ravensway. And she'll be singing in Italian, a song by Mozart wrote. And the translation kind of goes like this. May a happy calm arise in my soul, and may neither anger nor fear survive in it. In the meantime, you are coming, my beloved, to grasp those sweet chains that make my heart so grateful. Laura Van Ravensway. have we had some fun with this group this year? Wow. You're going to hear it. That first piece is super awesome. I love the text too. The next song we're going to be singing actually comes from Venezuela, and it's a Venezuelan folk song actually from a while ago, but my gosh, the translation is so applicable to what's going on in Venezuela right now. A lot of struggle, a lot of people feeling like they're not represented by their government, a lot of oppression. And the text of this goes like this, of our song. Where did the dove that the sparrowhawk caught go? At Ramona's gate. Oh, look, I have found it plucked. I think the symbolism of the hawk being like the warring sides and the dove being the peaceful side. Why wouldn't I cry? Oh, wrong verse, sorry. All in life is false. Death is the only truth, for there is where pomp and vanity run out. Why wouldn't I cry when my mother dies? I wish I could bring her back to life. I'm leaving, Maria. I leave the dove there with you. Open its beak and make it eat. I'm leaving the food there. I'm leaving, I say goodbye, even though the gaita, which is a particular kind of dance, is very good. Beat this drum's hard so my sorrow cheers up. La Paloma.
Ay, mira, ay, pequeña, es tu voz.
more song with just varsity choir, and then we're going to bring up concert choir. We're going to kind of part the waves, and you're just going to walk up and fill in. Yes? Good. Okay. I want to do some recognitions first here before we do our last song, before I introduce our last song. First of all, I'd like to acknowledge a couple of accompanists who've helped us out in varsity choir. First accompanist is in the choir, and that's Miss Lauren Hannah. Give her a round of applause, please. And Seth Olson over here in the other choir helped us out also. And vice versa, when we get to concert choir, the same will be true, that they are helping out. We had a number of people in this group do something on our Solo Ensemble Festival, and that's an awesome thing because that means that we're building individual musicianship in these kids and that they're willing to take those risks and grow as musicians. And if you did something at Solo Ensemble Festival, would you just put the hand up in the air and show that you did? Give them a round of applause. We're going to do a special recognition of a few of them, and I'm just a little bit for some of their achievements at that. But it's been a great year, like I said. This has been just a powerful group to work with. They have no trouble singing out, and I love that about them. And they just make lots of noise. And some of it's even singing. They know it's true, though. The next song is called My Strongest Suit, and it comes from a Broadway musical called Aida, which is based on the opera story of Aida. I'm sure you're all aware of the story of Aida. I wasn't, so I wrote it down so that I could read it to you. The musical adaptation of this classic tale of Aida was written by Elton John. Actually, this music is by Elton John. A lot of you know Elton John, I'm sure. The Egyptians, in the story, are at war with the Ethiopians, and Aida is an Ethiopian who has been captured and made a slave of Amneris, the daughter of the king of Egypt. Aida is the daughter of Amonasro, the king of Ethiopia. The Egyptians are unaware of this, and Amonasro plans to invade Egypt to free his daughter. In the meantime, Aida and Radames, a young Egyptian soldier, have fallen in love. The jealous and suspicious Amneris loves Radames too. She senses he loves another, but she does not know it is Aida. Amneris is the one singing our next song in the original show. And also, the Spice Girls perform this as well. You might know the Spice Girls. And in the show, she's all confident about this wardrobe of hers. And later on in the show, they actually reveal that all this wardrobe is really a cover for the fact that she feels very insecure inside and is filled with much fear. And so, but we won't dwell on that part of it. We're going to dwell on the fun part about how outrageous, what's her name again? Amneris' clothes are. So, My Strongest Suit.
It takes a whole village to raise our children. It takes a whole village to raise one child. We all, everyone, must share the burden. We all, everyone, must share the joy.
It takes a whole village to raise our children. It takes a whole village to raise one child. We all, everyone, must share the burden. We all, everyone, must share the
So that last piece makes use of an African proverb, specifically kind of in the South African Uganda region. It's kind of a sentiment throughout that whole area. And it's going to be a graduation piece where we're going to have varsity choir and concert choir combined on it. So we're very excited to share that, a perfect song for graduation. These last couple pieces, that piece and the next one, are pieces that are going to be part of our set that we're going to be performing down in New Orleans. We've been doing combined pieces throughout the year, and so this finishes out this set of pieces that we're learning. The last piece we'll be singing is from the movie musical The Greatest Showman, and it's a wonderful tune about that these outside things, these material things, They're just not enough. There has to be more, and relationship is part of that, and love of self is all part of that. So, never enough.
Trying to hold my breath. Let it
I know you're appreciating that I'm on script, keeping it brief. We started out the first piece with a gospel-style piece. I always like to explore that genre of music. It's just kind of a powerful thing to do, and lots of variety and lots of fun things we can play around with that. And it'll be a piece that we're going to be doing at Baccalaureate next week, along with our next piece, The Lord Bless You and Keep You, which has been a traditional piece for us since well before I came here in 1991. So it's a tradition that dates back a long ways. And today, this year, we're being helped out by Lauren Hanna on piano. So we thank her very much for helping us on a very difficult piece. There's a lot of flats in this song, so we thank her a lot for that. So, Lord bless you and keep you. So here's the part where it brings it up to 3 hours when I talk, right? Oh, so again, as we did with the varsity choir, I'd like to recognize some people. Again, our accompanists, Lauren Hanna and Seth Olson. We give him a round of applause. I'd also like to recognize the accompanists who helped us out at Solon Ensemble Festival. Now we had a few of those individuals here, and then there were others as well. Susan Marchinkowski helped us out, as well as Mary Gray and Keith Olson and Janice Albers, and then my daughter Amy Hampton came back, and we really thank them for all their work because, you know, without good accompanists, we couldn't do the things that we do at contests, so we really appreciate them. Would you give them a round of applause? Also, as we did with the other group, if you did something at Solo Ensemble Festival as a group, or as a soloist, or as a duet, would you just put your hand in the air? There we go. Give them a round of applause for that. You probably noticed on your way in that there's some awards out on the table that are plaques for the yearly things that we do. We had a great year. We had a lot of great music happening. You know, this group, kudos to them. I mean, I don't think I've ever had a concert choir as small as this, and I'm for sure I've never had a soprano and alto section with as few people as that, and they have been mighty. They have really gone after it, and I was fretting before school started, and I fretted a few times during the year, but you guys stepped up. If you hadn't stepped up, this could have been a very interesting year. And so, but instead it was interesting in good ways. So thank you for that. But we had a great year, a lot of great music. You'll see out there a plaque for superior ratings for concert choir, as well as varsity treble choir, superior for jazz choir, and also one for Fantasia, superior, and it's also labeled with Best in Sight, which is what we do for that group. That's their very, very first Best in Sight for Fantasia. So that's awesome. What a great year. Yeah. Okay, we have some presentations to make. Since this is our honors concert, we honor people. And our first group, I already just mentioned, Fantasia, got it Best in Sight, and so, sorry you don't all get medals. Might break the bank, but no, we put it up on the plaques. So when you come back and you're 80 and you can see those plaques, we'll probably still have this building. It'll smell more like a urinal than it does now. Sorry, it does. But anyway, we also want to recognize some of our Best in Sights. We had several people who did. On this side, and band did also. You'll hear about them on Monday. Please come out to the band concert on Monday. It should be awesome. But this year we're going to recognize for our Best in Sights Rose O'Malley for a soprano solo, and then a quartet of singers. SSA Ensemble, Daisy Akio, Rose O'Malley, Kelsey McGrath, and Zola Olson. We all come up and get a little something here. Daisy's like, why am I staying? No, she knows why. We also were super excited. We had a lot of people, we had 4 people try out for Allstate this year, and they did an awesome job, and we ended up having one particular individual get recognized as an All-Stater this year, and Daisy's going to be representing Montevideo in the Minnesota All-State Mixed Choir. And as is tradition, I always give a choir folder with your name on it. So you can see it's got your name on it right there, right? Actually, the folder didn't come. So this says 66 on it, because it's the newest looking folder I could find. Apparently we haven't had 66 people in choir in a while, I guess. But anyway, but hers is on the way. I have it on good recommendation, good authority that it's in the mail, maybe. So anyway, you're going to get one like this. It's going to have your name on it. Okay, but congratulations. Thank you. You might also notice a really big plaque out there on the table that has all the All-Staters that we've had from Montevideo in the time that I've been here since 1991. So quite an honor for that, and her name is already on there. So ready to go up tomorrow. I would like to have all of my seniors, could you come on down and just make a nice line right up front here. Right up front here. Nice line. Yeah. Horizontal. Parallel to the stage.
Give him a round of applause.
And if I could, I'd give every one of them an award, but we're going to recognize a few of them. I feel like I'm. It's that thing. It's awkward. Not Alyssa. No, the step. Alyssa's not awkward. Not that I've noticed, anyway. Maybe a little. We have one award we give out every year to an outstanding accompanist in the years that they have been serving, and we have a very, very worthy person to give that award that we call the Chopin Award. Chopin, the great composer, pianist from the Romantic period, and I'd like to recognize Seth Olson with the Chopin Award. We also give out some other awards, and one that I started years ago. There's a lot of awards out there that you can buy, and a lot of it's because they want to sell you stuff year after year. But it's also fun to be able to honor people. But this is one that I came up with years ago because I just think that there are people who give their heart and soul to choir, and who maybe aren't the person who always is out there wanting to be the soloist or you know, going to the festivals and things like that, but boy, their heart and soul are into it. And we call this award the Montevideo Choral Leadership Award, and I give one of these every year to someone who has specifically distinguished themselves as a leader in the choir classroom, and through example, readiness for tasks at hand, attention to directions, being a good listener, showing constancy and reliability, and just all around displaying a positive attitude towards what we're doing. And there are several people. I struggle with this one because there's a lot of this group that really fit that particular award. But in the end, I decided to give this award to Emma Stuick. Emma, come down. We're also going to give a few more awards here. I have an award that I have given that's sponsored by the American Choral Directors Association. It's their student award, and I give one of these each year to somebody who, through their leadership and participation, have shown distinction, and through their leadership and ability, specifically in the world of what we do in the classroom each day and through choral music. Through that, and also through the extracurricular participation they do. And their work stands as a credit to choirs and singing in general, and all that this organization of ACDA stands for. And this year's ACDA award goes to Megan Severson. My next award is the Director's Award for Choral Excellence, and this is a person who's shown themselves to be a high caliber in leadership and working towards excellence of the choir. Their work always serves to better the group, and their contributions and accomplishments have been a particular value to me as the director. In fact, this particular person is great for keeping me on task, for reminding me when I've forgotten things, or reminded me that I should be aware of something that's going on that I'm not being aware of, that I should be noticing something, and trying to politely help me to come along with what's going on. And so, and then also, she's just been great for being flexible, as I've mentioned before earlier in the program. But I give this award this year to Eva Wollner. Yeah, you did identify that carton of moldy milk that was up there. Ugh. That was a moment I won't forget. Oh yeah, it smelled worse than this place. It was bad. Last award we give out is the National School Choral Award, and I give out 2 of these each year to 2 distinguished seniors. And these are people who have shown themselves to be outstanding individual in choir in terms of leadership, reliability, musical ability, attitude, and specifically intentionality, trying to go after things and really try to be out there, moving ahead and taking risks. And they have also distinguished themselves through special distinctions and other awards throughout the year, you know, superior ratings, best in sights, and so forth. They are individuals that take initiative and show one should always page number. Oh, here we go. Dependability and wing it. That's what I've been doing all night. And get things going, as well as being talented singers. This is the vocal music department's highest honor, and this year's awards go to Laura Van Ravensway and Seth Olson. Let's give all of them a round of applause again as they go back to their spots. Gotta check the alignment on that thing. But, but,
You can't start yet.
okay.
Yeah. Go. Hold on. Go! Tell some jokes. We're having some fun. Just go with it.
I thought about adding a song to the program tonight. Yesterday, as I came over to set up, and there was a waterfall in the back corner and a lake in the basement.
Oh, that's
And I thought
beautiful.
about that. Was it TLC song, "Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls"? But it's too late to add anything.
Mr. Hampton, we have some goodies for you. Mr. Hampton always has a very unique pair of socks. Are you wearing any today?
Yeah.
Witch of the West.
My personal favorite is the cow getting abducted by aliens, but we got you a mug from Star Wars and a bunch of other socks. And they're like piled.
And they're art
It's like your
socks.
dog.
Oh,
Actually
Godfather.
art socks.
I'm always referencing The Godfather, especially with my basses and tenors. You can't sing like The Godfather.
And he said his art ones were,
Oh, there
so we got you a bunch of different art
Oh
ones.
my gosh.
And then there's also
Yeah, and then the card.
Oh, there's weight. Oh, wow.
There's a lot.
Mona Lisa.
Gotta love her.
I mean, we bought it.
What a gal.
George Washington.
How many did we?
You know.
No Donald Trump.
That's problematic. Stop.
He didn't make the cut.
Didn't make the cut. He just didn't have a dollar bill.
Yeah.
Yet.
Probably make one.
As in, like, there's more than one person.
Thank you.
And
Jabba the Hutt.
I know when I'm not.
Don't make me
But we wanted to
cry.
thank you so much
I will
for
cry.
all that you've done for us and being very patient with us, especially Abby, because she's always late.
Sorry, I was late to your class like 3 times a week.
It was like
5 times a week. Yeah. I like to sleep.
you taught us a lot, and we're very grateful for you.
Yeah, thanks. You're great.
Thank you, seniors. Definitely gonna miss you guys. A lot of good memories, I want to give out some shout outs and thank yous. Chandra Norby for the print room. She turned our programs around in like half a day. That was awesome. Mike Connolly for doing what he can with this place and with all the setup that he does. Light and sound crew, actually Colton Unzen's up there all by himself, but we thank him for being up there. Really enjoy my music faculty a lot that I work with. Matt Bauer, my compatriot at the high school, who is heading off to the cities to become a married man and explore that life out there. And Katie Svensson, who's our new arrival this year in the band department at the middle school. Mary Sue Kruger, who is also leaving us through retirement. And Elizabeth Bartholet, who is also new to us this year. And by next fall, I am going to be I'm the giver. I'm the holder of all old knowledge, I think. I don't remember, nobody remembers the things I do. Good. It's a good thing they don't know it. Parents, thank you for everything this year. Thanks for getting your kids up and rolling them out of bed so they get to the things they need to get to. Students, thank you for all your time, for your energy, for making this a job that's fun and enjoyable to do every day with you. I just can't think of what else I would do with my life. To my family, especially my wife and all the sacrificed times and the times that she filled in to help me out, kept things going. She's awesome. By the way, I just remembered I didn't turn the video on this morning when I started the show, so that's interesting. I've been fretting about that about 2 songs ago that I never turned the video on. Anyway, our closing piece. They're ready to go. They're back here. They're like murmurs in the crowd, like the rabble back here, ready to stampede. But our last piece is called Papa Loco, and it's a fun piece from Haiti and reflects on the spirits that fill the natural world and the energy that they give off to our world. A rough translation goes something like this: Papa Loco, who is the spirit of the wind, the father of the wind, carry us. We are the butterflies, papillons. We are bringing the news to Agwe, the spirit of the sea. And my eyes have seen everything that is bad and everything that is good. The message comes from above from Papa Loco. We are the wind. Papa Loco is bringing news to us, and we are bringing news to Agwe. Butterflies, the road is long. Got that, seniors? Your butterflies, the road is long. But we will bring the news. Yeah, so we're going to have some fun at the end too, I hope. I leave you with one last thought, one last quote, one last piece of wisdom from this old man. A quote from Victor Hugo: "Music expresses that which cannot be said and on which it is impossible to be silent." Thanks, choirs, for expressing the inexpressible with me this year. And I'm already looking forward to next year and working with, well, nearly all of you again, and a few more friends. Good night, everyone. Thanks for a great year.
pote nouvelle, nous, ba da ba ba da, gonna pote nouvelle, be away.